A new VR challenger has arrived. The HTC Vive is headed to consumers just a week after the Oculus Rift was released. Just like the Rift, it's a headset that completely immerses you in virtual environments. HTC built the Vive in collaboration with Valve, and it runs on its Steam VR platform. Of course, it's completely incompatible with Oculus's platform, but plenty of titles will be available across both. You can look at the Vive and Oculus as two competing consoles. They're both attempting to bring VR to consumers, but they're going about it in completely different ways. Whereas the Rift is a streamlined piece of consumer hardware, the Vive looks like it means serious business. Its headset is much larger and has plenty of cables coming out. It makes you look like some sort of HR geek or monstrosity. The headset also sports two OLED displays running at 1080 by 1200 pixels each, the same as the Rift, and it has a slew of sensors on the front. There's also an integrated webcam. The Vive comes with two large motion controllers and it supports whole room VR. The controllers sport touchpads on the top, trigger buttons underneath your index fingers, and grip buttons that you can squeeze to activate. Setting up the Vive is a lot more involved than the Rift. You have to install two motion sensing trackers in separate corners of your room. They have to be high up and aiming down. I could just place them on top of bookcases in my office, but the Vive also comes with mounting hardware to install them into your walls. Once that's settled, you have to plug the Vive's link box into your computer, and then plug your headset into the link box. The setup software steps you through everything you need to do. It even installs Steam on your computer if you don't have it yet. Setting up whole room VR involves tracing a line around all of the free space in your room. You have to make sure the sensors can still see you, and you have to remove any furniture that could get in your way. Given what the Vive is aiming for, it makes sense for its setup to take a while, but it's not exactly consumer friendly. Simply put, the Vive is a heavy headset. It fits over my glasses just fine, and there's a bunch of padding to make it sit easier on your face, but it's not something you'll ever forget you're wearing. HTC is using more comfortable adjustable straps for the consumer version of the Vive, and they're easily adjustable while you're wearing it. The Vive makes up for being clunkier than the Rift with more immersion. Its motion controllers feel great in your hands, and plenty of VR titles make good use of them. To show off the power of Steam VR, Vive developed the Lab, a series of virtual experiences that really take advantage of the Vive's motion controls.
What the heck is this? I think we found a little secret. I'm gonna grab this thing. I found this behind one of the experiments. That's cool.
You can visit virtual mountaintops and play fetch with a robot ball, destroy boxes with a virtual slingshot, or my favorite, defend a castle with a bow and arrow.
I can walk a bit, but I can see like the borders of the VR space. You can play with the dog. I'm playing with a virtual robot now. Sorry, live kitty. I like this. This is like the cool motion stuff, and it really makes you feel like you're a part of virtual reality. Defend your castle, defeat the horde. Okay. I think what really sells this is that it feels good, but I can also like turn around pretty easily. You do lose kind of the perspective of what's in front of you. You start to figure out how to aim this thing better. Oh no, I'm dying here.
I got my space fix on with Elite Dangerous, a simulator that lets you fly around the galaxy and land on alien planets. I've been playing Elite Dangerous for a while now on my PC, but the new VR integration makes it feel like a completely different game.
Cool.
Vanishing Realms gives you a taste of Zelda-like RPG exploration, and it gets bonus points for letting you swing a sword convincingly with the motion controllers. The Vive also has a few useful tricks up its sleeve. You can use the integrated webcam to see what's happening outside of the headset, which is great if you quickly need to find something on your desk or see what your pets are up to in the room. You can also see your Windows desktop within the VR view. That's useful for clicking through menus or checking on a quick IM without taking off the headset. The biggest issue with the Vive is that its weight makes it harder to wear for long periods. My face would start to feel sweaty within 30 minutes, depending on the weather, and the headset definitely starts to strain my neck after an hour. And since most games involve standing around, it's easier to get fatigued than the Oculus, where you're sitting still most of the time. The HTC Vive costs $800, which puts it $200 above the Rift. Still, it does come with those two motion controllers, and we don't yet know when Oculuses will arrive.
So we can compare the Vive Consumer Edition to the Oculus Rift Consumer Edition here. And you'll notice like the Vive is just, there's a lot more going on. You can see all the sensors up front. It's heavier. This feels a little lighter and more simplistic. Honestly, I'd rather wear the Oculus for a longer amount of time, just because that weight really starts to weigh down on your nose and it makes you sweat more with the Vive. This I just had a lot less trouble with. And you can look here too, just as a proposition of something to wear, it's a lot simpler, a lot cleaner.
You'll also have to factor in the cost of a high-end gaming PC to run the Vive properly. That could easily run you another $600 to $1,000, depending on the components you use and if you've already got a monitor. As the most expensive VR solution on the market, the audience for the HTC Vive is pretty small. Like the Rift, it's mainly meant for gamers with a lot of disposable income and who already have powerful gaming computers. On a conceptual level, the Vive shows the promise of where VR is headed, but even more so than the Oculus Rift, it's not meant for most consumers.
Where did you come from? Ah.